Welcome everyone to round number 4, aka the final round of the Cardhaven Doom of Dimensions Premier Tournament here. We see Nationals finalist Aditya Dark versus Adriel Pierre. And we see Adriel was able to start with the horse, summoning it from the hand, popping himself to send Gatic and Anguish. Gatic added the Anguish, right? And then normal summon, add Sheepy effect to go ahead and summon itself, and now fusion summon. Looks like he's going to utilize the Gatic, Sheepy, and the Anguish to make the Creation King. Creation King is now going to go ahead and dump 3 cards, probably a copy of Creation King, which it is, and Memento Fusion and Goblin? No, Akihiron. So here he's going to banish the Creation King from the graveyard to search for the field spell, and now the field spell is activated. Now whenever he destroys the Creation King with the effect of the Memento Fusion, he's going to get Akihiron summon, summon from the field spell. I mean, this is as good of a start that you want for your turn. So now we're going to see Adriel activate the Memento Fusion. Looks like he's going to put back Gatic and the Sheepy back to the deck to make the Twin Dragon. Twin Dragon effect is going to destroy itself to search for 2 cards here. Now, I wonder how the Dracotail matchup is against the Memento. You also have to realize that this version of Memento also plays Canine monsters, so Ripper being pretty good into the 5 mana, but yeah, it looks like here he'll go ahead and now get hit with Nibiru. Okay, so this, while it does start to allow Adriel to use like Izuna if he has it, does stop the initial Ripper from being made, right? Which is something that Aditya probably wanted to do before getting hit with it and not being able to use Nib as a result. But here, we're going to see him use the Bone Party to destroy the Combined Creation and summon out the level 5 horse. This is now going to trigger the field spell to summon back Akihiron, and then at this point, he will drop the 5 mana. Adriel having no responses here. Looks like Aditya is going to summon out the, what's his name? Arthalion, right? It could also be Gulamel, but I mean, he used to. Nah, I think he wants to summon Arthalion. Is there anything else that's gonna be done? Looks like Aditya contemplating what fusion he wants, but it will be the Arthalion. Arthalion's gonna probably be Chainlink 1 and grab back 5 mana. And it looks like he has Malulu in the graveyard plus. Well, I can't really see some of the other card, but I think it's a Lucas. And then, of course, Chainlink 2, Chainlink 3 for the other monsters. So, okay, it looks like instead of bouncing 2 Dracotail monsters, you're going to bounce the Akihiron as well, potentially. We'll see. This is probably going to set him Rahu and Ketu, more than likely. So there's the Rahu. And will we see Ketu being set? Now, I'm kind of surprised that Aditya is playing Dracotail. Maybe he did it for fun, or he genuinely believes that it is very good into this format. As you know, he will be confident in playing what he wants to play. So I thought he was going to play Yummy, but it looks like he is going to settle with this here. So on res, we do see that Adriel had the Izuna. Now he's going to grab the Jokul summon out the horse. Did he go through all 3 horses? I think so. Jokul search for the Izuna. And then now he's going for the Nash Knight to steal the Arthalion. Adriel playing really fast. Okay. I was looking at the timer. I was like, are they playing at the time here or something? But the rest of the video is still up. So I don't know why he decided to rush on that, but sure. Now he goes for the 104 from the C Nash Knight, and I mean, wholeheartedly, I don't know that Aditya can play through all of this here, but we'll see if that ends up being a problem. Here, the combined creation is going to put back Akihiron, Anguish, Horse, and the both fusions to summon itself from the graveyard. Do note that this is an inherent summon, so this is not something that can be crowed, sadly. It looks like... Oh, Masquerade popped a Rahu on summon. That's something that I missed here. Now we're going to see Lupus special summon itself. I think this is kind of unnecessary, but sure. And I think that's going to be it, right? He's just going to pass, because it doesn't look like he has forced release. And then he's going to set back the Bone Party. Is he going to set Fusion? I guess not. So, we're going to see him continue to look through his extra deck. Was there not a chance for him to go SP Little Knight here? Because he blocked his zone off with the Masquerade. Okay, now he's going to use Mace. Okay, I'm assuming we're already in Aditya's turn, so he might have done this in the standby phase. Okay. There was just so much going on here. I was just so confused whether or not he was continuing his turn or not, but it's hard to tell. Like, you know, I envy DB Grinder because, like, he'll be able to go on DB and not only be able to look at both players' hands, but know the turns, because, you know, it shifts, right, from whenever it's one person to the other, but it's so hard to tell on this sort of layout. Especially when it's so close-up camera, right? Okay, so we're going to see him activate the Ketu. Now, Adriel doesn't have a response to this whatsoever. No Ash Blossoms, no Bells. I'm curious to know whether or not he even plays any hand traps, or if he's just focused on the whole board breaker build on top with the canine monsters. And that's more than likely what's going on, but looks like he is able to fusion summon using the Pan Chainlink 1, Arthalion Chainlink 2, and this is going to get negated by... or maybe not. Is there another chain link here? I am curious to see. So, I guess he did Malulu Chainlink 3. And so that way the Masquerade cannot be utilized, so that the Arthalion actually gets to resolve. And it looks like Ripper will use this effect to negate the Malulu, which is a good trade no matter what, right? Because what ends up happening is the Arthalion gets to bounce whatever it wants, and then, you know, now the only thing that Aditya had to worry about, which was the Arthalion, I'm sorry, not Arthalion, but Masquerade, is going to be removed here with the effect of the fusion, and then the combined creation is going to be destroyed by the Pan. But this will allow the field spell to trigger, so he can summon a level 5 if he wants. And that, I was about to say, can it summon any monster? So he's going to summon the Seahorse, and now we're more than likely going to see the Lupus triggered here sometime soon, but he could probably let all this go so far. Here now we see Rahu Dracotail, which is going to allow him to fusion summon again, and Adriel will have to, you know, respond with a card effect, otherwise the Gulamel that is likely to come in the field is going to pop another card. So this still looks to be in favor of Adriel. I don't think that Aditya is going to be able to break this board, sadly. So we're going to now see Lupus probably be Chainlink either 2 or 3, depending on how many Dracotails he was able to use, although I know he used the Urgula for sure. What does this make though? How big is your rank 5 engine? And it looks like the answer is not that big, because the Sky Blaster ends up being summoned. So, okay. Looks like he is setting potentially a trap and a Ketu, Urgula popping the Bone Party. And then he summons the Arthalion in a new chain. It could have been... wait. Never mind. It would be within the same chain. But now he has two 3,000 beat sticks. Now we're going to see the Seahorse trigger to go ahead and special summon the Akihiron? Or am I tripping? Or maybe it was the effect of Bone Party, actually. Let me see. No. It had to have been the Seahorse, I believe. Oh well. I'm not entirely sure what ended up happening in that sequence, but now we're going to see him go to battle, attack over the Ripper. Do you attack over the Sky Blaster? It looks like he is going to go ahead and do so, which is going to allow Adriel to pop one of the set cards. Now, he shouldn't have had any knowledge anymore of the spell and trap zones, Aditya being nice, providing him with the answer there. And now we're going to see Pan activate his effect, bringing out Lucas. Lucas is now going to be able to grab himself another Dracotail monster from the deck to the hand. He sets a card, and now Aditya cutting his deck. So I was incorrect. Aditya, even on top of the K9 cards, he was able to break through the board and now set up a board of his own. But is this enough to win the game? Only time can tell. Adriel's not out of it yet, though. He still has immense follow-up, both in grave and it looks like in hand. So I'm excited to see what all Adriel can do here to take control back of the game. So he's going to start with banishing Memento Fusion, which gets Ash Blossomed. And Adriel looks to pick up his cards and scoop it up. So game number 1 goes to Aditya. Okay. So Aditya ended up playing through that pretty well. I'm a little confused if Adriel really had to scoop there, or if he could have just allowed himself to continue playing. But, you know, I'm not the most familiar with the deck myself, so I can only speak on what I see, right? So, okay, it looks like he pops the Akihiron to get Anguish from the deck instead of special summoning it. Now he normal summons the Anguish here in order to search for the horse, more than likely. Then the horse should be able to special summon itself and then pop itself to dump 2. So he does exactly that. Special summon, effect, and looks like Aditya did... Oh, okay. Aditya dropped the Fua so that Adriel is forced to put it into his hand to normal summon it. Okay, that makes sense. Well, now we're going to see Gamma be activated, which is crazy because that is a one of. Which is going to destroy and negate the horse, and Akihiron will summon itself as a result. Now here we're going to see Adriel set 3 and pass, with one of the cards probably being Fusion. The wonderful thing about Memento is that you can concede a lot to your opponent, you know, whenever you get hit with the Molchummy, because you can easily play on their turn very well. And here we see exactly that, where he's utilizing the Bone Party, and yeah, I mean, he got stopped on his Lucas with the Ash. So Aditya moving on to game number 3. Okay, so both players now on game number 3. Here we see Aditya start with the Cartesia and using her effect to Fusion Summon, which is going to utilize a Veiler and a Pan to use our summon out the Arthalion. And now Arthalion Chainlink 1, Pan Chainlink 2 to set. You probably set the Ketu. It depends on what the rest of his hand is looking like, to be honest. But at the very least, we will see him be able to play this turn. And luckily, the Cartesia being a spellcaster means that he is allowed to utilize it to make seals by going for the Spirit Dragon here. Aditya contemplating what he wants to set here. I saw him place the Rahu, but taking it back. Okay, so he ends up actually just hitting the Raku then and there. He has some nice sleeves. I think he got that from Worlds, and now adds back the Pan and the Veiler. Let's see, Adriel. His hand is looking to be full of engine, which is good. You know, the deck in and of itself can play through a lot, so we'll see if he's able to combat whatever Aditya places on board. I also wonder if Aditya got access to Frixel here. We'll find out here soon enough. So Rahu is now activated, which is going to go ahead and allow him to send a copy of, looks like, Urgla and another Pan. Well, not another, but the same Pan that he had in hand. Chainlink 1, Urgla, and that is about it. So not the strongest end board. Also choosing not to go to for the seals here. So perhaps he doesn't play the, you know, little sub engine, or maybe he just didn't think it was worth it. But from here, he will go ahead and set the Sting, and then set one more card from hand, potentially another Dracotail trap. I feel like when you play this deck, especially if you play all 3 traps, you're gonna see one in hand always. And so Adriel, starting his turn, dropping the Fua. So now if Aditya wants to fusion summon, he will have to go ahead and play into the Fua and give Adriel some draws. And now the Bone Party is activated, which for some reason or another doesn't destroy the Goblin. Am I tripping, or is that something that I might have missed? Oh, wow, talents. Okay. Looks like he uses the talents, though, to draw 2, which, you know, I'll take that. Aditya was able to draw a card there from the Horn as well, but I'm so confused as to what happened there. Maybe I'll have to look into some card rulings, but here we're gonna see Lupus special summon itself from the hand. So Adriel actually playing around the Sting here, kind of through luck. We know he cannot quick XE, so if Aditya wants, he can utilize the Sting, but it would kind of hurt, right? Because you lose a form of interruption almost for no reason. Maybe he lets that go, but he will utilize the Sting, targeting the Bone Party plus the Molchami Fualos. Adriel reading it to see whether or not that can be done, and it can. And then Gulamel will be chaining 2 to target the Lupus and pop it. So 3 cards banished here, and now he gets to draw a card off of the Sting. Okay, does Adriel have any more gas to be able to play here? I'm still confused over the what's it called? What happened with the Bone Party? Well, we're going to see him now fusion into the Gulamel using Pan, and that is going to pop the Typhon, which is really good because it gives Aditya access to follow-up, plus ends Adriel's turn indefinitely since he can no longer special summon any monsters, so he has to pass. So far, this looks to be very good into Aditya's favor. But now we're going to see Bone Party activated again, and this time we do see the Goblin be destroyed and summons out the Anguish. You know, I might have missed something. Maybe there was an Ash Blossom activated for the Bone Party, right? I'm pretty sure if I see the Grave, that's probably what happened. But now we're going to see him grab Sheepy Summon and now Fusion Summon into the Memento Creation King. Here we're going to see him do Chainlink 2 Arthalion to summon back out. And he's going to dump Akihiron, Gatic, and what else? And the Dark Blade. Now Gatic special summons itself out to add back the Sheepy. And what more will he be able to do? Okay, so he's going to utilize the effect of the Creation King to pop Gatic and the Cartesia, which Aditya does let go. Now he's going to special summon back out the Akihiron. The Ketu gets met with an Ash Blossom. And, I mean, what more can Aditya do here? Well, he's not out of any options, right? Because, I mean, he has 3 fusion monsters on the field. So he can go for, like, an SP Little Knight if he wants. Okay, so looks like he will go ahead and Link Summon, probably. Or is this getting destroyed by the effect of the Creation King? Nope, this is a Link Summon. Oh, instead of going for the Banish, he goes for the Cross Sheep, which allows him to grab back the Gulamel, which allows him to summon back out the Cartesia. And then Cartesia Fusion Summon for the Arthalion, which is going to... Wow, this is actually a really good game. He's looking and reading through the Akihiron. Probably gonna bounce a copy of Creation King, and he's also looking at his graveyard to remove any potential threats. But I think the only card that he really needs to just worry about is just the Creation King. So yeah, bounce Creation King and probably something else from his own graveyard to his hand, and he is very close to game here. Pan is going to pop the Akihiron. Man, Pan is just so good, dude. And now he's going to flip over, it looks like to be Rahu, to special summon out the last Arthalion and then attack for game. And that is GG. Congratulations to Aditya for winning the Cardhaven Doom of Dimensions Premier Tournament. That was actually a wonderful game that was played at the end there. I kind of want to look at the Bone Party and see if the Bone Party got Ash, so... Because, like, I was just so confused over what happened. So, let's see. Activate the Horn. Activate the Bone Party. Okay, there was an Ash Blossom. See, I hate the way the camera's angled. I just can't see that. Okay. Alright. GG's to Aditya. And, of course, if you guys want to join tournaments just like this one, please head on over to Cardhaven, located in Louisville, Texas, where they host Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments every Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, amongst many other card games. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Have a wonderful day.